What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to the channel. And today's Madden 20 rebuild is very fitting. If you're watching any of my videos this week, I'm getting over a cold. My kid got a stomach bug. I'm kind of nauseous, but I was like, let's just work. Let's work through this sickness. And why not? What better way to just get the rebuild out of the way that's going to physically make me nauseous and ill just doing it. And that is the Madden 20 rebuild of the Dallas Cowboys. Now, we're not starting at the end of this season, even though Mike McCarthy is now the head coach here in Dallas. I never really made a video about my opinions of the hiring of Mike McCarthy just because, it is what it is. I think, generally speaking, it's not a bad hire if you're the Dallas Cowboys, but I don't think it's the right move that they should have made. Just seeing how Mike McCarthy fizzled out with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be the guy that can take that Dallas Cowboy team over the hill, but it's not a bad hire. It wasn't like they just got a special teams coach from the Patriots or anything crazy like that. So look at this Dallas Cowboy roster. There's a lot of interesting moves that need to get made. First up, obviously, are we going to pay Dak Prescott or not? I'm going to see how well he plays in the sim. If he plays well, I'll probably give him a contract. If he doesn't play well, I think he is replaceable. At running back, Zeke Elliott, Tony Pollard, that's one hell of a 1-2 punch. Hopefully I can keep all these guys for the remainder of the 5 years. Definitely Zeke. Zeke is a sim god in Madden 20. At wide receiver, we have Amari Cooper, who also is up for contract. Michael Gallup, who I'm going to play in the slot, and we're going to see if we can get him a dev trait upgrade a whole bunch, because he's really going to be the future. And if he develops nicely this year, it gives us a little bit more flexibility when it comes to paying Amari Cooper. Outside of that, though, they definitely need a younger third option, because Cobb and Austin are kind of old. So we'll see if we can draft that eventually. At tight end, you got old man Jason Witten, we got Jarwin, and Dalton Schultz. For the sake of this rebuild, I'm probably actually going to have Jarwin. I don't know. I feel maybe we'll put Schultz as our starter just to see if we can develop him into something. Because, obviously Witten's not the answer. Offensive line is nice. They're kind of old. Hopefully, year 4, year 5, they still are, retaining their value. Tyron Smith, 91. We have Connor Williams. Hopefully he can develop. I'm getting flashbacks of how bad he was in the Raiders franchise. Frederick is good, but he's also 28. Zach Martin's great. He's 28. Lael Collins should be good for the full 5 years. So I'm a little bit worried about Tyron Smith, Frederick, and Zach Martin with their ages. But generally speaking, we don't have to really worry about that. I think they're going to be solid for most of this rebuild. Defensively, they just paid Tank Lawrence, so he should be good. X-Factor type player. His opposing partner, again, it's just don't got a lot of youth on this team. Robert Quinn had a really, really nice season this year for the Cowboys in real life. But for a 5-year rebuild, he's 29. Same with Crawford, the Canadian. It's 29. Gregory, idiot. Dorrance Armstrong, I thought that was a great pick out of Kansas, but he's just not going to see the field. So I do think we're going to have to get a partner in crime for Tank Lawrence. Inside, we're actually going to go a little bit youth. We're going to go Collins and Tristan Hill, the second-round draft pick, as our starting D tackles. But there's some good guys there. Another Canadian. What is with Dallas and bringing in? I think they have 3 Canadians on the roster: Christian Covington, Tyron Crawford, and their long snapper J.P. Lodecure. I don't know, something super French. But when we get to the linebackers for Dallas, this is one of the strengths of the team. Leighton Vander Esch, baller. I think he actually lost the dev trait, but he's still 83 star, should develop nicely. Jalen Smith, 83 star, should develop nicely. Right outside linebacker, Sean Lee, the veteran, so we need to find someone that we can kind of pair with him. But that's, 2/3 of our linebacking core is set for this rebuild. In the secondary, I also think we have a lot that we're really working with. What I'm actually going to do right now is, because this is what I did when I was setting up our depth chart. We have Anthony Brown. I'm going to make him our strong safety because Jeff Heath is hilarious. When we did this rebuild, I did a collab rebuild with Bengal for the Dallas Cowboys on his channel. Jeff Heath was a meme, but for this sake, not going to be a meme. We're going to try to have this be our 3 corners. I need another player on the Dallas Cowboys that's set for a contract in Byron Jones. Really, Byron Jones, Amari Cooper, and Dak Prescott are the big ones. But I think Byron Jones, Awuzie, and Lewis is going to be nice. Westry is a low-key stud, 6'4" with 94 speed. He'll just be a depth guy for the time being. We'll go Xavier Woods here at free safety. He's 77. He's young. He should develop. And like I said, at strong safety, Brown, we'll flip him there. Same rating as Heath, but he does have a star dev and is 3 years younger. Special teams is, that's actually not particularly strong, but generally speaking, one of the better rosters in this game. A team that very often performs at a high level in a sim standpoint. So I'm firmly expecting at some point we're going to win a Super Bowl, and then it's going to cause me to throw up in my garbage can over here. But it is what it is. I want to just make this as painless as possible, get a Super Bowl so it's a successful rebuild, and then move on to the next team. Let's get into year 1. So coming out of our Week 8 bye, this is actually the first 2 dev trait scenarios that we have got at any point in the season. Michael Gallup, I might actually have to hop into this game just to try to get 3 touchdowns on 150 yards to get him up to a superstar. Ezekiel Elliott's going to probably want 4 tutties to get to it, back up to an X factor. Okay, we're going to have to just, that's going to be tough to get both. We'll prioritize Michael Gallup. And we're sitting here 4-3, which is second place in the NFC East. Dak Prescott is playing horribly. We are, at this rate, we are not paying Dak Prescott. Which means that that's like the idea and the direction that we're going. It kind of opens up things here for the rest of the team to get their contracts first. So off the rip, I want Byron Jones first. He's my top priority. We're going to give him 4-year deal, $11 million. He's a really, really good player, really good DB. We can play him anywhere. I think Amari Cooper is another guy that we can get pay here. Big money, superstar X Factor. He's 93. So we'll get Byron Jones locked up. We'll see what the salary cap looks like. We'll let the season play out. Maybe Dak can squeak in the playoffs and change our mind. But right now, the only instant contracts are Byron Jones and Amari Cooper. And even looking down at the depth guys, I mean, Collins, maybe. He's not bad. Maybe give him a 5-year deal. It's going to be fairly affordable. He wants more money. Anthony Brown, our new starting strong safety, 4-year deal, $14 million. Okay, yeah, so I want to get Collins locked up. And, yeah, that's how we'll do it. And at the end of year 1, Cal Fitting at the NFC East is also kind of a joke. 9-7 wins it. And we actually take on an 8-8 Giants team in the wild card at home. Really, really weird year. As far as development, we got the X Factor for Zeke. We missed it on Michael Gallup. I actually got that with the sim, too. I forgot. I literally, like I said, I'm very nauseous right now. So I'm not in my best. And I should have went in and played that game to see if I could have got Zeke the X Factor, Gallup the superstar. But we simmed it, and Zeke got the job done. So it didn't come back to really burn me in the ass like I'm feeling right now when I have to leave the room. Anyways, no other dev traits to really bring up. Put Brown there at strong safety. That's annoying that he wasn't actually playing at strong safety all season. But generally speaking, it's still solid. This from top to bottom. Cowboys, even on paper, the coaching, the Clapper as their head coach has been the issue. And Dak Prescott was not good. Look at that. 32nd in yards, 30th in touchdowns. That's not a terrible year, but you're not going to be getting, I think you want $100-some million for 3,000 yards. We can get that off the street. So we're moving on. And I can say this proudly, that I'm one of the few Eagle fans that don't despise, I don't hate Dak Prescott. Do not hate him. I think he's a little overrated. Do not hate him. And, it's not like I had this vendetta that I'm doing this Dallas Cowboy rebuild so I can see what it would look like without Dak Prescott. I'm going to make sure we don't resign Dak Prescott. If he played well this year, he would have been my quarterback for the rebuild. He did not worth the money. Zeke was phenomenal, averaging over 100 yards a game, 1,600 yards, 6 tutties. Dak with 4, Pollard with 4, receiving. Now here's the problem paying Amari Cooper. Wide receiver ones, wide receivers that are like in the 90s, they never get they never play well in the sim. Like that is 54 yards a game, 12. It's not good. Gallup played fine. Need to get better. Our passing attack needs to get better. Leighton Vander Esch, huge year. 103 tackles, 10 TFLs, 6.5 sacks, 3 picks. Might have a chance of growing in a dev trait. 14 sacks from Tank Lawrence, 8 from Bennett. Everything looks pretty good, man. I mean, interceptions could be a little bit better for sure, but the pressures look good. Yearly awards, MVP in year 1 went to Cam Newton, bringing it back for the Carolina Panthers. I don't think we're really going to have any. Man, I'm surprised Zeke didn't make that. He was playing with the Khalil Mack. Leighton Vander Esch, runner-up at number 2. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Kyler Murray. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Jalan Tavai from the Lions. I don't think we're going to have anyone winning. Oh, we got Best Lineman and Zach Martin. That's pretty cool. Too bad. Linemen, like tight ends, I'm pretty sure don't go up in dev trait here in franchise. But year 1, okay, this is the last hurrah for Dak. Would be pretty cool if he could go on a Super Bowl run. And in the wild card against the Giants, Dak Prescott actually gets the job done. Wow. 31-14. Dakota Rain Prescott beats the New York Giants in the wild card. Puts up, they got to figure out the quarterback, but puts up a touchdown, 150 yards. Again, it's just running the ball. This team's a run-first team that's designed to run first in the sim. Love the Canadian boy getting 2 sacks there. It's not going to make any sense for us to pay a quarterback. We draft a quarterback, play that quarterback on a rookie deal, and then see what happens. So in the divisional round, we're going up against the MVP winning Cam Newton, his 10-5-1 Carolina Panthers with the NFC Championship game on the line, and Dakota Prescott in a shootout, unable. Defense just couldn't help us out. 44-38. when I would argue that it's our run game and our defense are the pride and joy of this Dallas Cowboy team. Dak played well. If this is his last audition to free agent teams, 250 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, over 100 yards for Zeke. Split the love. Again, Zeke's still carrying this offense, though. Jalen Smith, big game, 11 tackles, 3 TFLs there from Michael Bennett. It was just Cam Newton being Cam Newton. Why is he so good? Almost 400 yards, 5 touchdowns for Cam Newton. Unstoppable. Chris Hogan just working our DBs. That's not a great way to lose a sour taste in your mouth. But if that's going to be the end, most likely the Dak Prescott era. At least, we had a run. Dallas Cowboy went on a run. Let's get into the offseason. So, no Dak Prescott. Looking at free agency, Andrew Luck's there. I really thought about it, but that's still at this point. That's just... If you guys want to see me use Andrew Luck in a rebuild, I can do that. I could probably just go back to the Colts. Because that doesn't even make sense. If he came out of retirement, the Colts would still have his rights. He's not a free agent. So, I mean, that makes sense. I thought about it. I thought about pulling the trigger. I have no idea. We're not going to be able to draft a quarterback this year, I don't think. So, my negotiations, we're actually looking at Blake Martinez. We're going to bring him in, be an outside linebacker, come in, be right outside linebacker. Has the dev trait and kind of fits the scheme that we're looking for. Other than that, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to refrain myself from signing Andrew Luck. We're going to try and go into this draft blind about what quarterback we're going to use and bring in. All right, so here was our draft class. So in the first round, we got Albert Okwuegbunam from Mizzou. They need a tight end, 73 hidden dev trait. It's an ugly number, but he's a guy it's really a crapshoot this year for tight ends. There's 3 legit ones. I think Albert O. You got Bryson Hopkins from Purdue. You got Cole Kmet from Notre Dame. I actually haven't updated my draft classes, put Kmet in. So we went Albert O in the first round. Still looks like a really good prospect. Second round, I mean, this wasn't planned. He was the only quarterback left. It's Jake Fromm. He recently just declared from Georgia to the draft. 67 hidden dev. He's going to be our starter at least this year. Got the 90 throw power. Could be the guy. He absolutely could be the guy. We got Jeff Gladney, 3rd round. Tyler Johnson, Minnesota, 4th round. Malik Harrison of Ohio State, 5th round. And Rodrigo Blankenship's going to come in and be our kicker out of Georgia, 69 overall in the 7th round. So really, really good draft. Lots of depth. We got a starter at tight end. And, we're going to see. Can Jake Fromm actually be a franchise quarterback? I personally have my doubts. I think he's going to be in that Drew Lock range, that second rounder that could get developed. But here in Dallas, under Mike McCarthy, we're throwing him right into the fire. And hopefully he can have some shape and mold Jake Fromm like he did Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. So here's how our team's going to shape up at the beginning of year 86 overall, still really good, even though we have no more Dak Prescott. They have Phillip Rivers here, but we're going to go Jake Fromm, and Rivers will be his mentor. Even though Rivers is an X Factor. That is annoying that he's using up one of the X Factor spots. But we don't even have a third one to really worry about. We got Zeke, Amari Cooper, Gallup. No real third wide receiver. We have Noah Brown there. I actually think I'm going to... I might put Tyler Johnson out there just to try to maximize in his development. Okwuegbunam is going to be our starter at tight end. We flip to the defense. So we got Brown now will be starting at strong safety, taking over Jeff Heath. Still a hole at linebacker. Probably go younger with Harrison for the time being. It's a team that still has its issues. We're still working through it. Maybe we can actually make Dorrance Armstrong go over Crawford. Crawford has a dev trait. Armstrong's like 4 or 5 years younger. Our secondary looks good, though. I like it. I like Brown and Woods at safety, Byron Jones, Awuzie, and Jordan Lewis at corner. I think that's a lot to grow and develop with. If Collins and Hill can keep developing inside, they're both young players, and we obviously know what we have in Van Der Esch and Smith. I think we don't really have to touch this defense a whole lot. It's going to be more so just keep reloading on the offensive side of the ball and hope to God that Jake Fromm can develop here as a rookie starter in year 2. So at the midway point of the first year of I'm not going to call it the Jake Fromm era, but he's our starter right now. We are tied for first in the NFC East. So 3-2. I mean, it is what it is. Quick peek at how Fromm's playing. 9th and 5th in yards right now. Okay. Contracts, we have 3 players that we want to sign, and there are 3 players that are available to sign right now. Chidobe Awuzie, I want him to be here long term. We're spending a lot of money in the secondary. They better be able to carry us. Xavier Woods, very affordable deal. Under 2.5 mil a year for the initial cap hit. That's great. Jordan Lewis as our 3rd corner. See, this is where we're probably going to have to make a decision here. We can't play 3 corners. You want that 3rd corner to be a guy on a rookie deal. So Jordan Lewis for right now, we're going to have to let him walk. But we got Rhodes and Awuzie. That's a really good start to year 2. And at the end of year 2, even though we put up a lot of points week 17, 8-8. I mean, we're only a loss behind what we had last year with Dak Prescott. I guess that's how you're always going to relate this year, is like Dak versus Jake Fromm. But Fromm played pretty well, I think. Came out and emerged as a star dev. We had Aquabunam was our first round draft pick. And he was a star, and we actually had a dev trade scenario for him to go from star to superstar, which he got. So now we have a superstar 85 rookie tight end. Fromm's an 80. I think when we moved on from Dak, he was an 84. So it was definitely the right decision right now. We might actually have something special here at the quarterback spot. I don't think any dev traits happened on the defensive side of the ball. Nothing did. But still no playoffs. I guess that's annoying. It's still not a successful year. But Fromm, very nice as a rookie. 4,300 yards, 37 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. So more interceptions and turnovers than Dak Prescott had, but a lot better offensive production. Maybe Dak had like 22 touchdowns, 3,000 yards. Running the ball, Zeke still went off over 105 yards per game, 1,600, 12 touchdowns. Pollard chipped in with 7. Receiving, Amari Cooper. I love it when a baller wide receiver actually plays well in the sim. 77 catches, 1,200 yards, 10 tutties. Bunam as a rookie, 76 catches, almost 900 yards and 7 touchdowns. That's huge. We got 806 from Gallup. Johnson, the rookie out of Minnesota, also got 6 touchdowns, 400 yards. Zeke did a decent job at the backfield. Defensively, Jalen Smith and Van Der Esch, 2 monsters, just tackle machines. Sacks were a little bit down this year. TFLs and sacks combined looks okay. Interceptions, 4 picks, Byron Jones. Definitely living up to that big contract extension that we rewarded him with. Yearly awards, Jacoby Brissett, your MVP. I hate seeing this. These MVPs look stupid. In the NFC Offensive Player, they went to Mitchell Trubisky. Zeke coming in at 10. Defense player went to Aaron Donald. Jalen Smith at 10. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Mr. Jake Fromm. And Aquabunam coming in number 2. I love seeing that. Tyler Johnson at 5. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Monty Rice. I don't even think we had... Malik Harrison coming in at 7. So we had a really, really good draft. Ooh, best QB, Jake Fromm. Can we go up dev trait? That would be awesome to get a superstar there. Best running back is Zeke. Runner-up for wide receiver. This is like the Dallas Cowboys in real life. Have like unreal offensive numbers, didn't make the playoffs. Runner-up in a lot of these major categories. So I like seeing the individual success. We can be proud of our individual success because it's only year 2 of a 5-year rebuild. But I love falling ass backwards in a quarterback. I mean, if Jake Fromm didn't have a dev trait, I don't know if we would actually like have something here, but he did. He's an 80. And for right now, this might be the Jake Fromm Dallas Cowboys rebuild. Let's get into the offseason and get ready for year 3. Looking at our draft recap, good and bad. Good is our picks are off the rip. First round, there's just a baller corner. Lee Quinn out of BYU. Mormon Machine. 77 hidden dev trait. We needed that third corner to replace Jordan Lewis. We got him. This guy here, very, very good. I feel like just like in that last rebuild we did with Joe Burrow, the Bengals, we got a corner just like this. Second round, we got Bruce Donald, probably somehow related to Aaron Donald. 76 overall player in the second round. Normal dev's not great, but this is a guy that actually probably could come in and play right away. We got Ramon Amaya, wide receiver from Boston College. He's 21, 72 overall, 94 acceleration. Looks pretty damn good. And then I got bamboozled here. High bench press. This guy 33, comes out at 58. Right tackle here, I think he had 33 as well. 60. 7th round, this guy here 32, which is usually the cutoff, only 56. I don't know if the last Madden update they nerfed this, but okay, we'll pay attention to that for the rest of the rebuild. And look at this, we got a 52 overall quarterback out of Oklahoma, but he came with a hidden dev trait. So that's I guess all you can really ask for. Long-term developmental prospect behind Jake Fromm. But these first 3 picks, especially pick 1 and 2, Quinn out of BYU, Donald out of Wisconsin. These guys are going to be big-time playmakers for the Dallas Cowboys as we get ready for year 3. Year 2 of the Jake Fromm era, Dallas 89 overall, coming in with legitimate playoff aspirations. We didn't get the dev trait for Fromm like I thought we might because he got QB of the year, but still 83 star. Just he's always going to be compared to what Dak Prescott was, and I think we're definitely made the right decision here. Zeke's 99. Cooper has a chance to get 99. Definitely haven't seen any dev trait increases here for Gallup so far through 2 years. Would love to see that happen at some point. Offensive line still holding on there, not really any regression. Definitely in our big older 3, Tyron Smith, Frederick, and Martin. Defensively, we brought in Kaiser White as our lone free agent, starting 77 outside linebacker, scheme fit as actually maybe not. I thought he was. Looks to be pass coverage. Either way, still a nice little versatile linebacker. Donald, our second round pick, will start at defensive end. Quinn will also start our first round corner out of BYU as our slot. But we're not really getting the development out of some of these guys that I have been, accustomed to. Dev trade scenarios have been few and far between. I don't know what's going on, but in year 3, hopefully we get a couple, especially on the defensive line. Okay, 5-0, week 7, year 3, top of the NFC East. Redskins look competitive this year. Actually, looks like a up year in the NFC East. Who's the reason why? Is it Zeke or Fromm? It's more Zeke than Fromm. Fromm's not playing bad, but top 10 in passing tutties. But we're clanging and banging here. We're playing pretty damn well. Contracts, we see Michael Gallup there. Yet to get a dev trade scenario. Wonder if it's ever going to happen. But we pay. I think him and Amari, those are going to be the big guys that we're going to try and rely on here. And I think that's probably about it for contracts. Maybe Connor Williams, we get him to like a long year deal. Maybe. Hey, we got that locked up. Now we have no salary cap going forward. We're going to need some of these guys to retire. I don't know. It's a lot of the money's invested in like the offensive line. Like who's eating up all the salary? I know Tank Lawrence got a huge deal. Let's just look at this generally speaking. Tank Lawrence, Zach Martin, it's the offensive line. Okay, and I'm not really seeing anyone down the stretch that we're going to be able to free up some money on. So that's all right. We're going to be tight. We're going to be living high and tight. Finally, some success at the end of year 3, 13-3. The Dallas Cowboys not only make the playoffs, not only win the NFC, secure a first-round bye. And I took a peek. Fromm had 1 interception. He threw a pick against the Detroit Lions, but 38-2 might be the best touchdown-interception ratio we've had in a rebuild all year in Madden 20. And this is coming out the tails of like Justin Herbert being like the GOAT rebuild quarterback when we rebuilt the Chargers. Those 2-3 rebuilds ago. Fromm has been outstanding. 2nd-round pick, just taking a flyer like I didn't want to pay Dak Prescott, and he has come out and established himself as an actual legit starter. And I didn't do many favors in my draft classes. I'm not a Jake Fromm believer. He was a 67 overall with a star dev, and he's turned out to be an absolute baller. Running the ball, Zeke was unreal. 1,700 yards, 17 touchdowns. Receiving, Amari Cooper, I love it. Wide receiver 1, keep producing in a Cowboy offense. 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns. He's not even in the slot. That's the best thing about it. He's not I'm not even slot cheesing him. Albert O, big year. All these guys generally played fairly well. Defensively, Van Der Esch and Jalen Smith, the 2 tackle machines. 12 sacks, Tank Lawrence, like to see it. 4 picks, Byron Jones, like to see it. Yearly awards, MVP went to Lamar Jackson. Zeke coming in at number 2. Jake Fromm coming in at number 7. Probably got Coach of the Year, though. Mike McCarthy is your Coach of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year went to Ezekiel Elliott. Jake Fromm at 2. 1 and 2. Bang, bang. Dak Prescott's on the Giants. Okay. Make note of that in case we ever have to play the Giants or we see the Giants beat us. He was playing with Deion Jones. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year, none. Jake Fromm is your Quarterback of the Year, so should be due for a superstar dev trait. Zeke's your running back, back-to-back years. Amari's your wide receiver. Zach Martin, wow. Byron Jones, that could be an X factor for him too. We are dominating the individual awards, and finally our team success is matching the individual player success as we kick out the playoffs against the 9-7 Carolina Panthers. And in this round, we we lose. 1 and done. Classic Dallas Cowboy. We lose to Will Grier. How did this happen? Like, look at, did McCaffrey just have an insane? Because Will Grier only had a touchdown. Whoa. Come on. 5 rushing touchdowns. I think we're talking some shenanigans here. Okay. So I just my last pick, 25 in the 7th round. I went high bench press, and it makes up for getting burned before. They did not nerf it. 72 hidden dev, Bernie Dawkins, unreal. One of my best picks, one of my best 7th round picks ever. And look at the rest of the draft class. Pretty much just went BPA. I got Ashley too, another UDFA lineman with high bench. He came out as a 70. So last year just must have been an off year. 65 wide receiver here. We got a 69 D end. Our 2 big picks were Whitworth and Gates. I mean, we don't need a safety at all. Maybe, I got to start thinking about our salary cap. Might have to offload some of these players. So that's why you go BPA, because you need to have a replacement in the pipeline. And Gates looks really good. 74 hidden dev out of Florida. Pursuit strong, acceleration strong, pretty good coverage, great awareness. And then we got Brandon Whitworth, linebacker from Georgia, 73, hidden dev, 6'3", 250. Could potentially play defensive end for us. That's probably where he's going to be best suited because he's pretty much built like a 3-4 linebacker. 83 strength, great speed. This guy's a monster. This guy's an absolute monster. We got to make him a DN like right away. Be a right end, left end. I don't know. We'll find a way to get him involved, but he's a beast. Really, really good draft class. Year 4 for the Dallas Cowboys, 90. I mean, it seems insane. 92 overall, kicking off the year. Offensively, Fromm has got his superstar dev trait. Unreal. I think what did he get? He got the end of the offseason because he got quarterback of the year and he's a passer rating leader. Sure, I'll take it. No regression. Offensive line, we're seeing some. I don't even think we've seen any aggression there, so that's cool. Agabuna was 90 overall. Cooper's 98, should be 99 sooner than later. Love to get Gallup into a superstar dev. Defensively, 92 overall. I made Whitworth at end. I moved him back to linebacker just because he's not going to play over Tank Lawrence. And we have Donald, who I don't even think he must have earned a dev trait. He did. He just randomly got a start. I don't know how he got it, but he did, which is sick. I don't know what performance indicators he even got, but either way. And we're going to make Gates a starter over Brown. Just, go with the younger guy. I wouldn't be shocked. Brown's 80. If Gates would be like 81, 82 come season end, safety seems to develop pretty nicely for me. So year 4, let's try not to be one and done. We're undefeated, 7-0, halfway through year 4, dominating the NFC East. But this is where the contract comes. Usually we'll see Leighton Vander Esch in free agency because you got no money. We have no money to extend him, which I don't even think there's any way we can make it work. If I'm being honest, like looking even at our contracts. I mean, we need a yeah. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way we can get Vander Esch back on the books. So, looking at the second tier worth of players, we can get Tristan Hill for sure, no problem. Give him a 5-year deal. He's developing nicely as a D tackle. I love my boy Tony P. We just can't pay an RB2 when Zeke just goes off. This McGovern guy has been developing nicely here. Depth guard. What does a 5-year deal look for this guy? That's still $4 million. That's a lot of money for a depth tack. No, we'll get Hill, and we got to win Super Bowl this year because it's going to be a huge hit year 5, a huge ask going into year 5. Just losing Leighton Vander Esch and expecting to be better. Recording this live, we have a chance of going undefeated. We are 14-0. We have the Giants and Chicago, but we're going to lose. I guarantee we're going to lose. But just show there's no shenanigans. We have a legitimate shot at an undefeated season. We are dropping 40, 35, 40 bombs every other week. 14-0 against the 8-6 Giants at home. And, oh my God, it would be down. Okay, that's a big game right there. That's a legit. If we can get that, Jake Fromm leads Dallas 16-0. We're not resting our starters. Oh my God! The Dallas Cowboys in year... I feel nauseous. I think I'm going to get my garbage can. The Dallas Cowboys straight up went 16-0 in the sim. What? This is rare. This happens maybe once or twice a year that we get it. And look at that. That's legit. And that was 37-31. We barely got that. Undefeated. Holy... I'm going to be more depressed that the Eagles went 1-15. Jake Fromm, 43 touchdowns, 5, just lethal accuracy since becoming the Dallas Cowboys quarterback. What? 2,200 yards, 25 touchdowns from Ezekiel. I haven't seen a year like that since like LT with the Chargers. That is insane. 1,000 yards for Cooper. We got 14 touchdowns for Tyler Johnson. Akwibunem, 9 tutties. Defensively, Jalen Smith, Vander Esch making big plays. 5 sacks. Sacks are down. Interceptions definitely up. MVP, gonna be Zeke. There it is. What? Lamar Jackson's the quarterback of the... If they have Lamar Jackson and Dak Prescott on the roster, I hate the sim. Okay. Anyways, we went undefeated. And that's pretty cool. At the end of the day, that's pretty cool. We got the MVP. We got the Coach of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year. Did not go to anyone on our team. Fromm's best quarterback. Zeke is the best running back. Zach Martin's best lineman. There we go. Can we go 19-0, I suppose? So let's figure out who we're taking on in the divisional round. We're going to be one and done. It's going to be like the most Madden thing ever. Go 60. I mean, it's Dallas. Dallas is usually chokers, but 16-0 Dallas Cowboys in the divisional against 9-7. And they beat them. We beat a 9-7 playoff team. Usually that's unstoppable here in Madden. We knock them off 34-20. It was close. We got by the hair on our chins here. 4 touchdowns for Jake Fromm. Had 2 interceptions, over 100 yards for Zeke. Mari Cooper, 2 touchdowns. Played pretty well defensively. I like seeing that. So we are on to the NFC Championship game rematch against the Bears, the Chicago Bears, who stood in the way of a perfect season. We were able to beat them then. Now they're standing our way in the Super Bowl. Can we knock off the 11-5 Chicago Bears? And we do! 35-24. I might have to play the Super Bowl just because I don't have I had a 19-0 before? Oof. Okay. Let's get into it. Much like our last couple rebuilds, I'll have one cheesy. I'll come in and throw a streak. I don't even know who. We don't have a pure deep threat on this team. But looking to be the first 19-0 team in NFL history. The Dallas Cowboys up 10-7 on the Tennessee Titans here in the second quarter. Again, I'm only going to come in if there's like a bunch of 3-and-outs, unrealistic 3-and-outs. And right now our offense is moving. 24-14, 10-point lead to start the second half. Down to 7. Okay. I mean, we're playing pretty well. I might have to come in next drive here to throw a bomb. Oh, or can we do it? Big field goal. All right. Oh, no. Okay. Who's the ball? Who has speed? Mari Cooper's an X factor. Hopefully that's enabled. We'll go flood. Mari Cooper, top of the screen. Michael Gallup. It's gotta go to Amari. Are we able to take the simple pass? Akwibunem underneath. Strategy here. Chew up some clock. That's all we want to do. We just want to chew up clock. Ah! Oh, he's out of bounds. We do not want to give the Tennessee Titans any time left on the clock. So let's try to get one more pass inbounds, then we'll take our shot. They are not double teaming Mari Cooper, as far as I can tell, which is not a good move from them. So we'll go to Zeke Elliott out the backfield. We'll make sure we stay inbounds. Go no huddle. Let's take our shot. We'll take our shot right now. We'll go stick. Amari Cooper still at the top. No coverage. Jake Fromm. Knight. Oh my God, I don't want this to happen. Amari Cooper. I think we're going 19-0 with the Dallas Cowboys. 41 yards from Jake Fromm. There you have it. Year 9th perfect season. No. Why? Why did it have to be Dallas? Why? You know, at the end of the day, success. I'm viewing this as the pure scope of a rebuild on a Madden YouTuber's channel. This is the ultimate rebuild. We did not lose a single game. We won the Super Bowl. We did it with a quarterback that we didn't think really had much of a chance in hell of becoming a franchise quarterback. And then it's just, I'm also an Eagles fan. We did it with Dallas. Well, there you have it. We still got one more year to go. But everything here is just extra. Who's your MVP? It's probably going to be Jake Fromm. I think he had 4 touchdowns. It is 384 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick, 82% completion percentage. He's been probably the most accurate quarterback we've ever had in a rebuild. Do I want to stick around and watch Dallas lift the Super Bowl? I'm not going to do it. That'll be the one. I'm getting out. I'm not watching Dallas lift the Super Bowl. Undefeated season. Let's get into year 5. And then we follow up a Super Bowl year with the #1 player in our draft class at pick 32 to take over for Tony Pollard, who we lost in free agency, to be the second hand to Ezekiel Elliott. Brandon Buchanan of Alabama, 80, hidden dev trait. Why am I making this one so good? So final look at our draft. I mean, we lost Leighton Van Der Esch for free agency. We had no money to bring a replacement in. This guy looked good. He had a first-round talent. Isaiah Northrup, 69 overall at USC. Looks okay. Not exactly what we wanted. Either we need to get the #1 player. And then I just simmed out the rest of the draft. And Madden was terrible for me. Getting to year 5. Okay, can we go 2 back-to-back perfect seasons? Probably not. But let's see if we can. Looking at the offense here, so we brought in Buchanan, #1 player in the draft. Tyler Johnson's up to a superstar dev before Michael Gallup. Weird. Our offensive line still remains intact. That's sick that Zach Martin, Frederick, and Tyron Smith, even though they're, 33, 32, 33 across the board, still very, very good, have not regressed. And Big O, our first round. Like, that was a draft. We got 96 superstar and 96 superstar in one draft. Pick 1 and pick 2 here for Dallas. Flipping to the defense, I'm not seeing, Gates went from star, or was he actually straight up superstar? Okay. He was actually drafted as a superstar. So hell yeah. Unreal. That's the draft. I mean, wow. Just really good drafting. I mean, maybe we got rewarded for how well we've been drafting with that perfect season. So can we make it 2 in a row here in year 5 with Dallas? I don't know. Let's see. Let's at least extend on that 19-0. we were 9-0 in this year, so that means we went 28-0. That was our streak until we finally lost, and we barely lost to the Arizona Cardinals here. Week 11 of year 5. One hell. The best run ever. I don't think I've ever done that. 28 wins in a row. Wow. Clearly, we're going to get a first-round bye. 13-3, so we did slip up a couple times after that aura, the mystique of not losing, kind of get exposed after that loss to the Arizona Cardinals. Fromm, dominant, first in the NFL in passing touchdowns, 42 touchdowns. Interceptions are up for him, though, just a little bit. Zeke has been insane, absolutely insane. The RB2 Buchanan, the #1 player from the draft, really solid year as well. Cooper and Albert O both getting big-time production, especially for the touchdowns. Kaiser White, I mean, we needed people to step up in the shadows that Leighton Vander Esch left, and Kaiser White played very, very well as a replacement. Sacks are up 13 for DeMarcus Lawrence. Brandon Whitworth, that outside linebacker that we switched to end, then back to linebacker. He actually got a dev trade to go from star to superstar, and 11 sacks. 10.5 for Bruce Donald. Interceptions look fine. Yearly awards, MVP went to Lamar Jackson. It's annoying. Zeke at 5. NFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Lamar Jackson. Zeke at runner-up. Defensive Player of the Year, Jalen Smith. Hell yeah. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Buchanan. Hell yeah. QB, we got best running back for Ezekiel Elliott. Best lineman for like the 4th year out of 5, Zach Martin. Tank Lawrence is your best D lineman. Blankenship's your best kicker. Like, the individual awards have been off the charts here for Dallas in this rebuild. So for year 5, we kick off the playoffs against Lamar Jackson, MVP winning Lamar Jackson. This would have been even sweeter if they didn't just have broken AI, because that would have been Dak Prescott and the Giants. But, okay. What do we do here year 5? Trying to defend our Super Bowl title. Oh. 1 and done. What a anticlimactic way to end this. So, 5 years. I think we had 2 NFC East titles, but 28-0. And this is our team. This is the rebuild of Dallas Cowboys. Successful rebuild. We got through it. I didn't throw up once. Buchanan, superstar. Like, we drafted as well as we drafted in any rebuild. We've, wow. It's just a lot of wow right now. So I hope you guys did enjoy this rebuild. I know there's a lot of Eagle fans that probably didn't really want to click it. Hopefully everything else that went into it, aside from being Dallas, made it a worthwhile video as well. So if it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.
Money I'm spending, I'm out and I'm shopping. You talking that shit, well you talking and talking. Look at my options, look at me dropping. Ass in the game, like who are you stopping? Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. I'm way too clever. Look at the kid, Mr. Consistent, I'm doing it big. Way too persistent on taking your bitch. Here comes a monster.